This week's chapter of Fairy Tail was okay, I'd say. I mean, it's not what I expected at all, but we had some really nice things go down. I mean, obviously we witnessed Acnologia squeeze Jalal like a fucking ketchup bottle, so that was great. Hopefully he's dead, but knowing Fairy Tail, I'll keep an open mind. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind if Jalal survives, but Acnologia did crush him pretty nicely, so if he's walking away after that, I'd be amazed. Obviously Ursa did walk away after Eileen made a home run with Ursa, but I feel like Acnologia's method is a little more effective, but I could be wrong, of course. Not to mention that at this point in the series, Acnologia still has yet to show us even a little emotion, so I think Jalal is fucking done for. Then we have the Lucy part, which is of course what most people are hyped about, me included, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but based on what Gray and Happy were saying, Lucy felt something burning hot from within her, and obviously Happy and Gray hinted at it being a demonic flame from Natsu. So she did indeed rewrite E.N.D a little, but at a cost clearly. I doubt she meant for that to happen, but she seemed happy since Natsu is probably okay, and she kinda went on to say that what happened to her was a clue that they could in fact remove the demonic elements within Natsu, making him human. Now, based on that, I'm kinda worried if that means that she'd have to make it so that the demonic powers in Natsu is changed from him to Lucy, which would make Lucy the Ethereus being instead. While I'm not against this, I can see a lot of people finding this kinda shit. Personally, I think this is more or less what I described in my theory, except a little different. She's basically altering E.N.D, except instead of unlocking it inside of Natsu, she's transferring it out of him. Of course, Natsu's wounds did also heal, so clearly that must have been something separate to the transferring of E.N.D. It was a bit confusing to me, but I'm going to assume she did unlock something inside of Natsu that wasn't a demonic power, since Natsu's power increased to the extent of being able to actually catch Zeref off guard, since we did see his first attack being a solid hit on Zeref, and based on Zeref's expression we can assume he did not see that coming. I may sound like a broken record now, but I think Natsu's final stage in terms of power is on the horizon at this point. I mean, we did learn recently that the amount of chapters left is limited, so it's obviously gonna have to kick into the final fight really soon, since that fight is probably gonna last a few chapters for it to be at least somewhat good. The finale of the chapter is of course both Natsu and Zeref calling out their ultimate moves on each other, which is quite the ending to a chapter if I must say so myself. But then again, Hiro always was good at hyping shit up. I just hoped this time the hype is worth it. Looking back at the Natsu parts of this chapter, you can really see how he's about to just go all in on Zeref like it's his last day on Earthland, which it technically is if Zeref isn't stopped, so I'd say he has the right attitude. And while his power-up will to some people seem like a random friendship power-up, you gotta consider the fact that Lucy did in fact do something to Natsu, and Natsu seems aware of this, since he even thanked her. So obviously she didn't just heal him, and I think that's where the power is coming from as well. Overall, this chapter was pretty lit, I'd say. I mean, not sure if I wanna call it my favorite chapter, but it's an 8 out of 10 at least for me. The next chapter is of course called Roaring Dragon Flame, so I expect some Natsu greatness next week. Based on the title alone, I can almost assume we're going to get some next level dragon power. I mean, when you think about it, Natsu has yet to even use Blazing Dragon King's mode against Zeref, so we might get an old power up layered with a new one, which could make for an awesome chapter, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. I will be doing a separate prediction because I feel like it's been ages since I did that. Well, anyway, that'll be it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Did you like this chapter? And as always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I'll see you soon.